Water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a pin-found Dixie whistle in the wind. That'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to Georgia, but he didn't stick around. This is God's country.
I don't just repair things, I make them sing. But this whole operation is bigger than me. The UPS store has the hands I need to protect people's treasures. I fix, they ship, and the beat keeps going on.
Visit your local UPS store at 1831 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 125 in Greenville, close to Walmart.
I am the largest.
The oldest.
I am the baddest.
The boldest.
I am protecting our voting rights.
And our environment.
I am ending racial profiling.
And fighting HIV/AIDS.
I am advancing economic equality.
And equality.
For all.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am NAACP. Are you?
Get involved, stay involved. Ask Tasha Parker how to join the Greenville, Mississippi, Washington County chapter 662. Hey, need a commercial? Let us help grow your business, your election, calendar events, special days, and community awareness. It's all affordable. Call now. You'll be so glad you did.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Booty so big, word, Lord, have mercy.
Why keep pausing like I do? Why keep flossing like I do? Why keep saucing like I do? Why keep causing like you do? All this up in my jeans, you can't get up in between. You're trying to get up as a me. I can teach you a couple things. Why you looking at?
Tress's Boutique coming through with long flowing locks and luscious lashes. Whip your hair back and forth with bundles on top of bundles. Don't forget the lashes. You want to be cute, boo? You already know what to do. Hit Tress's Boutique up on social media. And remember, everything is well with Maya Wells. And welcome to another segment of Delta Sip, where we sip slow, hold up, and talk what we know. Listen, not going to be before you guys long. Look, I am just surprised and amazed, should I say, with how the community has come together to try and make sure that we get some type of resolve, that there's a resolution to what happened to 11-year-old Darian Murray. You know what I mean? Been working on some things today, and some things have crossed my desk. But the first thing that I want to play for you guys, I'm not going to do a lot of talking. Look, first thing I want to show you is this. Boom. When this man touched down, I'm telling you, I have coined this, the Moore effect. When Carlos Moore comes to your city, it won't ever be pretty. And listen, and you know how the song The Beat Goes On. If I Got Time Today was a person, it is definitely Carlos Moore. He gave a 48-hour demand, right? Okay, well, he made well on his promise. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen. I am lovingly coining this phrase, what is happening in Indianola, the Moore effect. And the quote goes like this: people, the world is now witnessing the Moore effect. Not just Indianola, Mississippi. Pull this up. Not just the state of Mississippi. Not even just Memphis over across the state line, right? We are talking about the world. The world now knows the Moore effect. I tried to tell you guys, listen, Mayor, attorney for the city, Kim Merchant, Alderman, listen, if he gave you 48 hours, please take heed. Listen. This man is like the Ben Crump, like he is to Mississippi what Ben Crump is to Florida. I am about to play something for you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. We want to thank everybody for the donations, for the GoFundMe. I want to throw this back out there, man. Any is plenty. Like my colleague 2K says, any is plenty. And if you look at the very bottom, man, we got people donating all the way from Germany. I got to go and update it. And again, this money does not go to me. This is the only GoFundMe that is being approved by the family and the attorney. Please, any is plenty. You better hear what I'm saying. And y'all see that little beautiful face right there? Well, he did an interview today, an exclusive interview, which just crossed my desk right before I came on, which is what took me a while. Right? Please, y'all pay attention. Let me go on and play. I don't want to keep talking. Grab your friends. Come on in. Delta sip. Sip slow. That was kind of fast. And talk what we know. I know I'm running. I want to talk about what's going on in Indianola too. At nighttime, y'all, people have been sending pictures, video of the skid marks in the business district of the city of Indianola, in the business district. They're saying you can't even get gas if you go to Lowe's, man. They're saying if you're going to the truck stop, you can't stop. Okay. And even if you go down to the other gas station, it's hard to get in and get out. Okay. So with that being said, I want you guys to hear from the baby. I like to call it little baby. Y'all listen to the little baby. Listen at this.
The 11-year-old boy in Mississippi who was shot in the chest by a police officer after he called 911 for help. Tonight, Adarian Murray describing the moment police told him to come out with his hands up. His family wanting to know why the officer then opened fire. Here's ABC's DeMarco Morgan.
It's been barely a week since 11-year-old Adarian Murray was shot in the chest inside his own home by Mississippi police responding to a call for help.
I ran across the corner and then I just got shot.
How did you come out of the room?
I came out doing this.
What did it feel like?
It feel like a taser, like a big punch to the chest.
Adarian himself calling 911 when he awoke to fighting at 4 in the morning last week. His mother's ex-boyfriend, who she says had been violent previously, showing up at the family's home. The officer who ultimately fired his gun showing up not long after.
Once he was like, come out with your hands up, at that moment is when my son came out.
Why that officer pulled his trigger remains unclear, and city police are not commenting.
He was like, I don't want to die. That's what he was saying. While I was on the ground, I said, you're not going to die, baby. You're not going to die. Just keep talking.
Adarian treated in the ICU for collapsed lung and a cut on his liver. Lucky to be alive.
Well, tonight, Adarian is in good spirits, but says he sometimes has trouble breathing. His mother telling me she wants that officer that shot her son charged. He remains on paid leave. Whit?
DeMarco Morgan for us. Thank you. And DeMarco will have much more of his interview with 11-year-old Adarian Murray tomorrow morning on Good Morning America and then later on GMA3.
And that was from ABC News. And they told you they're going to have more and more and more coming. Let me tell you something. This won't stop. When people listen, if I Got Time Today was a person, it's Attorney Carlos Moore. Listen, he gave them 48 hours. What did they do with that 48 hours? What? Listen, he made good on his promise when he said, I said 48 hours. Yeah, y'all better listen what I'm saying. Yeah, I got some new hair. Listen, when Attorney Carlos Moore told them that they have 48 hours And what did it, let me remind you, let me jog your memory right quick. Look at this. Boom. They had 48 hours, right? But what they didn't know was that this man, what that song say? Touchdown to cause hell. Something like that. What the song say? Listen, but look, he's a man of God. But look, I'm just trying to put it where you guys can get it. In 48 hours, he made good on his promise as an attorney to this family. Okay? He kept his word to the family. And it was a promise he made to the city. He said that his 11-year-old client had been shot in the chest by Indianola's best officer, right? And the demands, they want the chief fired. They want the officer fired. They want the body cam footage. Now, we already know that the body cam footage is at a standstill, right? But don't you know, my colleagues from all of the different major media outlets have already requested the body cam footage, and the clock started ticking Thursday. So they had 10 days to release it. So listen. Oh, and DeMarco, the guy who just interviewed the little baby, he went to Jackson State, right? So they probably like, hey man, that's your stomping ground. Won't you go to Mississippi? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But you know, when you know these things about your colleagues, it makes a difference. So he was sent down to Mississippi. I think according to attorney Carlos Moore, he came all the way from New York. Listen, this thing is not over. Somebody unleashed the beast. See, 48 hours meant 48 hours. This man don't play. He is, when I tell you, if ever you need an attorney to fight for you, you want somebody with the Moore effect from the Cochran firm. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you, I have followed this fella, right? For years. He was actually on the cover of the Mike magazine when he was fighting against the flag, right? And he's approachable. I mean, he listens. Look, I can't explain any other way. That is just one interview. Did you guys see where they said he had some more stuff to come for little baby Murray? Oh, baby. This ain't gonna stop. And I meant to say ain't. I'm from Mississippi. It ain't gonna stop. Look at this. His aunt said he don't even walk the same anymore. Shaking my head. It's affecting him a lot. So proud of my nephew. We love you, D. He definitely is showing out for D. Yes, he is. The more effect. That's, hey, that's what the Mike magazine calls this. The more effect. This man is to Mississippi what Ben Crump is to Florida. You better listen at what I'm telling you. These guys are global. Listen, I don't even know that there are going to be any more press conferences coming. I can't even promise you that it's going to be any more press conferences because they had that 48-hour time frame to do whatever was necessary in an effort to make sure that little baby Murray was all right. I call him little baby. That's what I call my little baby. Little baby. Listen, little baby Murray. Oh yes, baby. Listen. They said, and he's showing them he means business. This ain't no play, y'all. This is a little baby. And you saw where his aunt said he's showing out for D. Even she understands that this is the more effect. The more effect is what you are witnessing. And I'm just here to tell you, it's going to be some more. You thought the Mike magazine broke this story. See, let me tell you something. There's a difference in breaking a story and taking it to a whole nother level. When this man touched down in your city, it's over. Do you see? Listen, people, the world is now witnessing the more effect. If I got time today was a person, it's showing up. surely it's Attorney Carlos Moore. If I got time today was a person, look at there, look at him. He don't even look like he play. If I catch him laughing, I get scared. This man ain't nothing to play with, about, for, with, period. Listen. He is serious about Lil Baby Murray. Mike Magazine is serious about Lil Baby Murray. When I got the call from my people who are on the ground, I have troops on the ground. I got more than one call. When I got that call saying that the family say, get Angie Simpson over here, you know what I did? I came on over. Because if it's serious to them, it's serious to me. And for too long, we have been seen as underdogs. If your last name is not a certain last name in Indianola, you're a nobody. Well, with the Mike Magazine, you somebody. And Lil Baby Murray has gone viral more than once, 10 times over. I'm talking about, they're talking about him in London, Bangladesh, India, places I ain't never know they were paying attention. Listen, this is not over. You know why? Because now they want their body cam footage. Everybody wants to know why that baby was shot by the best officer that Indianola has. Let's take a listen to what Attorney Carlos Moore says about the best contact you. I don't know.
I don't know. The mayor said, according to this Facebook Live, that she would be the one to contact me. She has not done so. She's had ample opportunity. Today is Thursday. She saw me on Monday. She had Tuesday. She had Wednesday to call. But she's not going to call, I don't believe, because they know they are in trouble. They need to go ahead and face the music and pay the piper. This family, they could avoid a lawsuit on Tuesday if they go ahead and do the right thing by this family. But they continue to bow up. The mayor looks like he wants to bow up. We didn't ask to be here. We didn't ask him to hire Greg Papers. But because he did, because the city did, and they hadn't punished Greg Papers, they are going to pay this family.
Why won't you refer to him as Sergeant Capers or Officer Capers?
Because I'm trying to be nice, just call him Greg Papers, because that's his name that his mother gave him. If I had a name, I would have named him Barney Fife. He's worse than Barney Fife.
Well, Barney had one bullet.
One bullet that Andy allowed him to have. And Andy said, put it in your shirt pocket, because Barney was very negligent with his gun, similar to this man. This man was reckless with his gun. He evidently was afraid of a shadow. If you can shoot an 11-year-old after you had told him to come out, and you that afraid, a second later you shoot the boy in his chest, something is wrong with you. You should never be allowed to have a gun again. I would even trust him with a bullet in his shirt pocket.
But he's considered to be the best officer in the city of Indianola. What say you?
According to the chief, he's the best he got. The best in this city of Indianola. I'm ashamed. I'm very much ashamed. I don't know what's going on in Indianola. 10 years ago, they did the right thing. Scott Hagerman, I had that case too. I'm very familiar with Indianola. They're familiar with me. Scott Hagerman, a white officer in Indianola, attacked a young black boy. He choked him. And the city called a meeting that same day and fired the guy just like that.
Can I get you to say something, Mr. Molly, about that? Because we were there, and Mike Magazine was there, NAACP was there, and they got rid of him then. So can they use that same case as a reference?
I went to the police department during that time, and the mayor was there. So I demanded him be terminated that day.
Which mayor was that? It could have been this one.
It was not.
He just got here.
It was a white mayor, if I recall correctly. Wasn't it the white guy?
Rosenthal.
The white man did the right. That's the amazing thing. In 2023, I'm sitting here, it just hit me. A white mayor in a majority black city did the right thing and fired the white officer immediately, on the spot, upon demand, because what he did was excessive force.
Listen, he is not one to, and he said it there in the sit-in. You can watch that whole thing in its entirety on the Mike Magazine YouTube page or Facebook. He said, I'm not the one to talk about people behind their backs. I'm going to talk about them in their faces. He said that the officer should never be able to carry a gun again. I don't know if that means his certification needs to be revoked. I don't know what that means. But when you shoot an 11-year-old child, it gives room for pause. And when I said, well, you know, that according to the people, he's supposed to be the best officer in Indianola. He said, yeah, I'm supposed to be the best one, according to the team, the best one he got. And then you see him on national TV, where the picture, he's in the middle, standing there receiving an award. Man, look, people, this is the best cop in Indianola who shot little baby Murray, is the way that he is being perceived, okay? And this is how the mayor, the chief, the people who have faith in this guy, imagine. Somebody said it. Who said it, first of all? Because if he got that award, was it the police of the year or something? Somebody signed off on it. But anyway, let's hear again. Check this out, how he feels about Mayor Ken Featherstone. And he's just sharing the same sentiments of the family. Check this out.
It was a white mayor, if I recall correctly. But the white guy,
Rosenthal.
The white man did the right. That's the amazing thing. In 2023, I'm sitting here, it just hit me. A white mayor in a majority black city did the right thing and fired the white officer immediately, on the spot, upon demand, because what he did was excessive force. You have this black-skinned mayor who's refusing to do the right thing, and those majority black aldermen. That stinks to high heaven. All skin folk are not your kinfolk. Right. I said, you know, all skin folk are not your kinfolk.
He just got here. He hasn't been here.
I wish the other one came back. He might do the right thing.
I mean, how long he just got here? That don't mean nothing about him just got here. He got a job to do.
He just needs to go.
He got a job to do.
I joined the family. I want the mayor to resign. The grandfather said he wants the mayor to resign. If the mother wants the mayor to resign, I want to resign too.
The more effect. Listen. He said, well, there was the other mayor, Rosenthal. Steve Rosenthal was the mayor at the time that Hagerman went in with the aldermen, and everybody agreed unanimously, if I'm not mistaken, that when Hagerman choked the young guy at that time, Charles Motley was on it with the NAACP. The Mike magazine was stepping as well. We were at the forefront of that case. The forefront of the case. They got rid of that officer. Didn't have to wait 48 hours. 48 hours was a grace period. He knew it. He knew he was giving them a grace period to do the right thing. What they didn't know was that this is just getting started. This ain't over. You have 48 hours to do the right thing. 48. Still, if I'm not mistaken, he has not heard from the city attorney, Kim Merchant. Mayor Ken Featherstone said in his from the desk, he matter-of-factly said that after he said that he had reached out to the family, which the mother confirmed and the grandfather confirmed that nobody reached out to them. The mayor matter-of-factly said that the attorney, Kim Merchant, for the city would be reaching out to the family. According to attorney Carlos Moore, she has not dialed his number, sent an email, anything to that magnitude. I don't understand it. I will never understand how there's no response going forth. Why wouldn't you correspond? The family has an attorney. I'm trying to understand it all. I just pray that these are allegations. He said that she didn't call. Maybe she'll say she did call him. He missed it. Who knows? But to my knowledge, he says now, according to the attorney, Kim Merchant has yet to correspond with him about little baby Murray. But then at nighttime, Guess what's going on in the city? Listen, guess what's going on in the city, honey? Y'all listen, let me play this right quick because it's clicking the
Two guys. Both guys drove to work. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. Both guys drove home from work. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. One guy didn't.
All right, y'all, it's Memorial Day weekend. Is the actual day. All right. So please buckle up, drive the speed limit, do everything necessary to make sure that you get from one destination to the next. We got some more comments here, man. Look at this. Latricia Gooden said, the mayor told me to get a lawyer to file a complaint on the chief. Get an attorney to file a complaint on the chief. Let me see if I got that video footage, guys. OMG. Do I have that footage? Hold on.
Tress's Boutique coming through with long flowing locks and luscious lashes. Whip your hair back and forth with bundles on top of bundles. Don't forget the lashes. You want to be cute, boo? You already know what to do. Hit Tress's Boutique up on social media. And remember, everything is well with Maya Wells.
And while I look for that, I'm going to play this very, very new video of Lil Baby Murray speaking. Check this out.
The 11-year-old boy in Mississippi who was shot in the chest by a police officer after he called 911 for help. Tonight, Adarian Murray describing the moment police told him to come out with his hands up. His family wanting to know why the officer then opened fire. Here's ABC's DeMarco Morgan.
It's been barely a week since 11-year-old Adarian Murray was shot in the chest inside his own home by Mississippi police responding to a call for help.
I ran across the corner and then I just got shot.
How did you come out of the room?
I came out doing this.
What did it feel like?
It feel like a taser, like a big punch to the chest.
Adarian himself calling 911 when he awoke to fighting at 4 in the morning last week. His mother's ex-boyfriend, who she says had been violent previously, showing up at the family's home. The officer who ultimately fired his gun showing up not long after.
Once he was like, come out with your hands up, at that moment is when my son came out.
Why that officer pulled his trigger remains unclear, and city police are not commenting.
He was like, I don't want to die. That's what he was saying. While I was on the ground, I said, you're not going to die, baby. You're not going to die. Just keep talking.
Adarian treated in the ICU for collapsed lung and a cut on his liver. Lucky to be alive.
Well, tonight, Adarian is in good spirits but says he sometimes has trouble breathing. His mother telling me she wants that officer that shot her son charged. He remains on paid leave. Whit?
DeMarco Morgan for us. Thank you. And DeMarco will have much more of his interview with 11-year-old Adarian Murray tomorrow morning on Good Morning America and then later on GMA3.
And I'm telling you guys that there was Lil Baby Murray. And he gave his own encounter. Told you what he thought it felt like. That all listen, everything that you guys are experiencing right now, I call it the more effect. I'm still uploading. Let's take a quick break and listen to Benny Thompson.
Next time, if you want to run, you just be qualified. But you can't be living in another county and want to run for sheriff in this town. It's kind of like having the right string and the wrong yo-yo.
Okay, now I have the video.
Leave. What did he do? He didn't do anything.
Cuss me, Mom.
He didn't say anything. Go. I got a recording. Okay. Don't yell at my daughter. Hold on. I'm not yelling. I'm just saying y'all got. And my arm already hurt. He pushed me out the way. Exactly when he's a DQ, he used my same arm that's hurt. Help me, God. Lord, you do to help me. What in the world? Why would y'all talk? Mama, this man just pushed me out the way. It don't matter. I hurt all the same on that arm. He says grab, and I'm recording. I can't.
And that was on the Mike Magazine TikTok. That was footage that was sent to the Mike Magazine. Let's watch this one more time. And keep in mind now, the comment said that she was told to get an attorney to simply file a complaint against the chief. And when I'm done, I'm going to show you about the chief.
Leave. What did he do? He didn't do anything.
Cuss me, Mom.
He didn't say anything. Go. I got a recording. Okay. Don't yell at my daughter. Hold on. I'm not yelling. I'm just saying y'all got. And my arm already hurt. He pushed me out the way. Exactly when he's a DQ, he used my same arm that's hurt. Help me, God. Lord, you do to help me. What in the world? Why would y'all talk? Mama, this man just pushed me out the way. It don't matter. I hurt all the same on that arm. He says grab, and I'm recording. I can't.
And that case comes up next month. Listen, I don't know what's going on in Indianola. Again, that is a whole nother. What made me pull that video up is because of the comment, right? Said that. Let me go back and post my comments because I've been out of commission. Hold on. Okay. Said they should get rid of the mayor, the chief, and the officer. And you just heard Attorney Carlos Moore say that he's in agreement with the family and he wants the mayor to resign. He said all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. And he even went as far as to say, I wish the NAACP president from Sunflower County said that, Charles Molly, he said, oh, he just got here. He said, I wish he just leave. Y'all got to go watch the video. He said, I wish he would just leave. Then he said, I wish the other one would come back. Talking about Steve Rosenthal. I wish he would come back. He said, here we are in a majority black town with a black mayor, black alderman, majority black alderman, and nobody will vote to get rid of this brother? I dare not say that he's being rewarded because he's on paid leave. Taxpayers' money, paid leave. Somebody voted for him to get paid. Heard Attorney Carlos Moore say it's more like a paid vacation. Now, back to the comment. Said they should get rid of the mayor, the chief, and the officer. Said, but he was riding last night recording the people in the parking lot on 82. Wonder who that was. Said they need to clean house. Somebody said, wow, that's sad. When I tell you these people are fed up, y'all don't even know what's going on at nighttime.
Tress's Boutique coming through with long flowing locks and luscious lashes. Whip your hair back and forth with bundles on top of bundles. Don't forget the lashes. You want to be cute, boo? You already know what to do. Hit Tress's Boutique up on social media. And remember, everything is well with my Celebrate Juneteenth with us in Greenville, Mississippi. June 19, 1865 was the first time that over 250,000 slaves from Texas found out they were actually free. Black people have continued to celebrate annually. Local Organizing Committee of Greenville, NAACP branch of Washington County, and the Greenville Coalition celebrates Juneteenth weekend, where we will be honoring historic Nelson Street at H.B. Theobald Park. And everything is free to the general public. You heard that right. Free. Free admission, free vending spots, free food, free entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, Variety will be the featured guest on Saturday, June 17th. Scan the QR code for more details. Mark your calendars and meet us in Greenville for Juneteenth celebration. Old Sadie Hair Care promotes hair growth, helps with traction alopecia, stimulates hair follicles, and maintains healthy hair.
Hello everyone, you asked for and it's here. I'm in Greenville, Mississippi with 2 locations now in Indianola and Greenville.
That's right, A to Z Beauty carries Old Sadie products for women, men, and children.
Get one for you and your cousins too.
Old Sadie products are 100% herbs and essential oils. Stop by A to Z Beauty and get your
no peace.
Protesters who arrived at Indianola City Hall today had a clear message: fire and charge the Mississippi officer who shot an 11-year-old boy after he called police for help.
B.B. King wrote in reference to a domestic.
He's blessed. I don't know how else to describe it, how he survived.
Nicola Murray says her son Adarian was following the officer's orders when he was gunned down inside their home. Saturday morning, Murray says she asked her son to call police over a domestic dispute as she argued with the father of one of her children. She says the officer arrived with his gun in hand, ordered everyone out of the home, and when Adarian came around a corner, he was shot in the chest.
He asked me in the hospital, like, why they shot him. He was in good spirit, but every now and then I look over at him and he'll just cry.
With no comment from Indianola Police, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation says they are assessing this critical incident, but for now offers no further comment. As the officer remains on administrative leave, the Murray family says the shooting was captured on body cam and is demanding the video be released.
She needs justice, and so she's fighting on behalf of her son, who didn't ask to be shot.
Back home today, Adarian is lucky to be alive after his family says his call for help nearly killed him. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Okay. Listen, I'm telling you guys, even the mainstream media paints a picture of the chief as not responding, not calling back. And this is just one major media outlet. Mike Magazine had this issue a while ago. Let me jog your memory. See, a lot of people probably thought Mike Magazine was crazy for breaking the story about Staff Sergeant Kelvin Franklin, who's now overseas, serving our country from Southgate Division, where I'm from. This young man was tased while he was in handcuffs. Let's take a listen. How does it feel to fight for your country?
Fight for your country, and then you think you're going to get killed or hurt or whatever, but you come home and it happens.
Mike Magazine. I was told by family members that a citizen was tased tonight.
And your point. Crazy knowing that you fighting for your country and then you think you're going to get killed or hurt or whatever, but you come home and it happens to you.
And your point. We are law enforcement officers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We enforce the law.
Tell us a little bit about your military background. How long have you been in the military?
I've been in March, it'll be 16 years.
16 years served in the military.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your rank?
I'm an E6.
E?
Staff Sergeant.
And your point.
Put your hands behind your back. 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 Get up.
got one kidney. I got one kidney. I got one kidney. I got one kidney. I got one kidney.
Police department is closing ranks against the Mike magazine. Now, keep in mind that there is a letter that has been filed. I do have a formal complaint that I did file against his officer, the one right here on the screen. Chief Ronald Sampson knows this because that letter was hand delivered to his department for him.
Listen, get off the property.
I was told to get off the property. As a journalist, I was told to get off of the property. And nothing, I filed a complaint. I have filed a complaint against that officer. And guess what happened to me? They closed ranks against me. No apology. No, we apologize. He shouldn't have done that to you. You know what I was told? I caught the blue wall. As if that was okay. But for some of those who don't know what Greg Capers looked like and how he acts, what his position is, there's Staff Sergeant Kelvin Franklin, who was tased while handcuffed. And this was brought out in court by attorney Derek Simmons. Okay? And he's sitting there telling you he's got one kidney. Jesus. Little baby Murray got shot in the chest. Got shot in the chest. You see, his aunt said he doesn't even walk the same anymore. He doesn't even walk the same. Look at the comments. Said the mayor was out recording last night. Said, but he was riding last night recording the people in the parking lot on 82. Had an officer out there in pursuit of someone. I wonder, we're going to call these allegations. I wonder if that's true. I wonder. OMG. So we got an eyewitness say they saw him last night. Look at this comment. Said, that's so sad. Paid leave after shooting a child? All those question marks. Question. Then what? People, when I tell you that was my experience with Greg Capers. And I'm grown. Simply asked a question. He told me, and your point? And your point? This is the same guy who's on paid leave for shooting little baby Murray. He said, and your point? Let me play that one more time. How does it feel to fight for your country?
Crazy, fight for your country, and then you think you're going to get killed or hurt or whatever, but you come home and it happens to you.
Mike Magazine. I was told by family members that a citizen was tased tonight.
And your point.
Crazy knowing that you fighting for your country, and then you think you're going to get killed or hurt or whatever, but you come home and it happens to you.
And your point. We are law enforcement officers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We enforce the law.
Tell us a little bit about your military background. How long have you been in the military?
I've been in March, it'll be 16 years.
16 years served in the military.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your rank?
I'm an E6. Staff Sergeant.
And your point.
Put your hands behind your back. 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 Get up.
I got one kidney. I got one kidney. I got one kidney. I got one kidney.
Police department is closing ranks against the Mike magazine. Now, keep in mind that there is a letter that has been filed. I do have a formal complaint that I did file against his officer, the one right here on the screen. Chief Ronald Sampson knows this because that letter was hand delivered to his department for him.
Listen, get off the property.
Get off the property. Get off the property. I have yet to get an apology. I have yet to be invited to the table by the alderman, the attorney, or anybody to say, you know what, this was wrong. Let's make this right. I mean, get off the property. Public property, but you do know that when the sit-in happened, right? Listen, let me throw this back out there. During the sit-in, the media was met with much aggression. The attorney and the family. The city hall. Check this out. The city hall couldn't hold but 9 people at a time. But see, that's what I call the Moore effect. That's what I call the Moore effect. That was stupidity. I'm embarrassed to say that my city hall couldn't hold more than 9 people at a time who were doing a sit-in for little baby Murray. And then the mayor stood behind me looking as if somebody owed him an apology. Then he went on to talk to local media, the Enterprise Toxin, and say, oh, what I don't understand is he's holding up a picture of him and little baby Murray. And what I don't understand that he plays on the football team that I raised some money for. We talking about apples and oranges, buddy. Apples and oranges. God forbid it was one of your babies. And you wouldn't want anybody to hold up a picture of them, with your child, saying that they had donated some money to a football league for the youth. That mother broke down. She had a nervous breakdown in your city hall. Mike Magazine caught it. Mike Magazine was there to catch that exclusive footage. That anxiety came down on her so hard. She had to rush to the bathroom. And you had the audacity to say to the local newspaper that, how did you say? I'm paraphrasing. You held the picture up and said something about some money that you raised and that you didn't understand. What's there not to understand? And I might be, misquoting him a little bit, but that's apples and oranges compared to a baby being shot by an officer who represents the city and everybody within the city. The board of aldermen voted for him. You guys allowed capers to go on. And according to Attorney Carlos Moore, the chief allowed him to run wild after what happened to Franklin. What I don't understand, it seems like the people who should be deemed the problem and some consequences done about paid leave. The people who are the problem get to go home on paid leave. Levin your baby. This Moore effect is in full effect. It's not over because Good Morning America is going to run another exclusive story that they did with little baby Murray. Who's the problem, Mayor? Who's the problem? Is it CNN? Because they're going to be running some stuff too. Is it the Mike magazine? Because Mike magazine a tabloid. Mike magazine ain't even no real major media entity. That's not what my colleagues say. CNN called me. I'm local media. Broke the story. Who's the problem? Because definitely it's not the best cop. In quotes, the best cop. It's not the best one. Somebody said more like apples and lemons. Oh, wow. Somebody said that's not an officer. Calvin Diggs. He said that's a coward with a badge. Well, you know, Attorney Carlos Moore said everything he needed to say to the mayor's face. The sheriff, the chief was in there. Going out the back door, coming back in. Going out the back door, coming back in. What was that about? Huddling up in the back with the mayor, talking to the mayor, going out the back door, coming back in. How do I know this? Because I saw you. Chief, I saw you. This thing here is just getting started. It's just getting started. Yes, that's a disgrace to law enforcement. I agree. I agree. I totally agree. Take their badges. Who cares? Take them. Maybe if you take their certification, they'll go somewhere and sit down. Revoke their certification. Oh, I know what's about to happen, right? They're going to allow the chief to resign. Probably. Because they say he got his time or something like that. So he'll skate on out. Give him a chance to resign. Keep his money. Taxpayers' money. Paid leave? Is that a joke? Paid leave? Paid leave. Look at what this baby said. I'm going to let y'all hear little baby Murray talk. Because what I'm saying is nothing compared to what this baby say he felt when he was shot by the best cop, allegedly, that Indianola has. I'm going to let little baby talk. Little baby, Darian Murray.
The 11-year-old boy in Mississippi who was shot in the chest by a police officer after he called 911 for help. Tonight, Darian Murray describing the moment police told him to come out with his hands up. His family wanting to know why the officer then opened fire. Here's ABC's DeMarco Morgan.
It's been barely a week since 11-year-old Darian Murray was shot in the chest inside his own home by Mississippi police responding to a call for help.
I ran across the corner and then I just got shot.
How did you come out of the room?
I came out doing this.
What did it feel like?
It feel like a taser, like a big punch to the chest.
Darian himself calling 911 when he awoke to fighting at 4 in the morning last week. His mother's ex-boyfriend, who she says had been violent previously, showing up at the family's home. The officer who ultimately fired his gun showing up not long after.
Once he was like, come out with your hands up, at that moment is when my son came out.
Why that officer pulled his trigger remains unclear, and city police are not commenting.
He was like, I don't want to die. That's what he was saying. While I was on the ground, I said, you're not going to die, baby. You're not going to die. Just keep talking.
Darian treated in the ICU for collapsed lung and a cut on his liver. Lucky to be alive.
Well, tonight, Darian is in good spirits but says he sometimes has trouble breathing. His mother telling me she wants that officer that shot her son charged. He remains on paid leave. Whit?
DeMarco Morgan for us. Thank you. And DeMarco will have much more of his interview with 11-year-old Darian Murray tomorrow morning on Good Morning America and then later on GMA3.
That is the Moore effect. That, my friends, is what I call the Moore effect. That's the more effect. What I can't say it enough. I want to get briefly to, okay, we got Latricia Gooden says, it's situations like this that program the mind of young Black boys to position themselves against all law enforcement officers. She's got a point. According to his grandfather, he will never be the same again. He believed in the police. He said he was running towards the voice of the officer's command because the officer was in the house. Let's shift gears briefly, guys, before we're done. And we're going to talk about what's going on at nighttime in the city. They became afraid of those who are supposed to protect us. That's true. Protect them. That's true. So we are put here to protect them and show them love. That's right. And Calvin Diggs serves in law enforcement. We are going to talk about what is going on in the business district of Indianola at nighttime. People, I got white people reaching out to me, Black people reaching out to me. They're not happy with what's going on in the city. And I imagine if the chief is fired or allowed to resign, they wouldn't give one flying fig. Now the people be upset. The Black people probably be upset if they allow him to resign. I don't know. Some of the white people too. They are pissed off. Take a look at this. Then I'm going to show you what it looks like the morning after. I don't mean any harm, but it's something when you have a Black prominent attorney who says, bring back the former mayor. That speaks volumes. And he went on to say, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. One person said they saw the mayor out there recording. These are allegations. I don't know, because I was not there. People are constantly sending me video. Here's a comment that says, by Barbara Johnson, that baby did everything right. And it's so sad this was the outcome. And the way our adult city leaders are handling it is shameful. Or in Attorney Moore's words, it stinks to high heaven. Serve and protect means nothing in this case. Praying for the family. Calvin Diggs says, Fast and Furious is going on in the city. Latricia Gooden said, all I saw was red, and that wasn't me. If you know, you know. That better not be you. Listen. Now, let me show you the aftermath. This is what was sent to the Mike magazine today. Check this out. I'm told that the people are outraged. Oh my goodness, they are outraged at what has happened to little baby Murray. It's everywhere. People see it. You cannot turn on social media. You cannot turn on a regular television. It is everywhere. And I'm telling you, the Mike magazine has been told that they are tired and they're fed up with the way that leadership is handling what happened to little baby Murray. And that's just some of the comments. That's the abbreviated version. Because I'm not going to even go way on down up in there about what they're saying. Their lack of confidence in the leadership. That is the business district of the city of Indianola. I have never, in all my 43 years, seen anything like that happening in my city. Not in my city. When Rosenthal was the mayor, never saw. Take a look at this. Now, let me tell you this. People were known to do that in the backwoods, the rural areas. I spoke with someone today, prominent person, who said, if you do a little research, you'll see that they were doing this in Memphis just recently. And so it's now in small town Mississippi. But for them not to be doing it out in the county area speaks volumes. Apparently, they have a lot of respect for the sheriff. That's the only thing I can say. Apparently, they have a lot of respect for Sheriff Haywood. Where is the chief? Where is the police chief when all of this is happening? Now, Latricia Gooden has a great point. She said, now, when the business owners begin to complain, ultimately the revenue will become more affected. Had one person to tell me that the businesses might pick up and leave. I said, where's the chief? Calvin Diggs said, scared. Shantila Harvey Nash said, yes, my guy, Sheriff Haywood. Well, I'm just basing this off of what I'm told because I've not witnessed anything. But for this to happen within the city limits, where there's a chief of police and officers, and they're not taking that to the county, there's some respect there for the sheriff. It's got to be some respect for Sheriff Haywood there. I don't know what's going on, but the chief has been said to be very absent. And if you listen to the comments on mainstream media, they're telling you that he has not returned a call. They cannot get with him. The outlets that I've noticed, they can't even get in touch with him. Unlike the sheriff is going to answer his phone day and night. Sheriff Haywood is going to answer his phone. He is. And if he doesn't, he will call you back. That's like night and day. Night and day. I've been a journalist since 2003. Never had a problem with Sheriff Haywood. Ever. Respects me as a journalist. Always has. He respects me as a bail agent. Always has. He just respects me as a person. He will pick that phone up regardless. We talking about Sheriff Haywood right now. I have yet to hear that this has happened in the county. It's right there in the city limits. People are saying, where's Chief Ronald Sampson? Well, Attorney Carlos Moore doesn't care. He just wants him fired. The family wants him fired. The people want him gone. They said, we don't see him. He's absent. I'm telling you what they're telling me. Wow, said it's been going on for a while. Yes, because the video footage that I have, that's more than one day. That's like 3 different days. Excuse me. We got Shantila Harvey Nash said, vote for him. Sheriff Haywood. I don't know why she feels that way or feel the need to put that in the chat. But she's saying vote for Sheriff Haywood. People are wondering, where is the chief? Where is the chief of police? That's his city limits. That city limit belongs to him. Wow. It's like the Dukes of Hazzards out there at night. Y'all know what the Dukes of Hazzards. Just a good old boy. Doesn't mean any harm. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born or something like that. But anyway, we're talking about the Moore effect. This is what citizens of Indianola are seeing. You are going to hear more and more about Lil Baby Murray, Adarian Murray, for days and days and weeks to come. I don't even know that there will be, check this out, I don't even know that there will be any other press conferences. I don't even know that it's even necessary anymore. The thing is global. I don't even see why it would be necessary to have another press conference. Look at that. Look at that. Shantila Harvey Nash said, who is the chief of police? Do we have one? That's a good question. That's a really good question, because CNN and all the others are trying to find out, where is he? He's not returning calls. And maybe it's because he doesn't have to return calls. But I tell you this, the city attorney has not called the family's attorney. You talk about a slap in the face. You talk about a slap in the face. Not even calling, according to the attorney now, Carlos Moore, he has yet to hear from the city's attorney. I'm trying to see, who is Kim Merchant? Attorney Kim Merchant, not to return a call or say anything to the family's attorney. What is really going on, Indianola? Who have you all agreed to get services from? Who's advising you, Indianola? Who voted for Kim Merchant? That's the question. That's the question. Who voted for her to be the city's attorney? Or was she appointed? I don't know. But I've yet to even get a statement from anybody in the media who said they have heard from her. Maybe they don't have to talk. Maybe it's not necessary. But the family wants, they have demands. They want their body cam footage. And I'm told that their body cam footage is supposed to be worse than what the mother explained. Worse than what little Adarian Murray is talking about. This is supposed to be worse. Where is it? The chief name is Chief Ronald Sampson. Goodness says, to me, the beautiful thing about this is how God reveals his healing power. This child lives to tell the story. Glory to God. Hey, to God be the glory. I promise you. My hand to the man. OMG. Lord, help us. And while we're talking about Greg Capers being on paid leave, let me throw out this GoFundMe, because this is the only official GoFundMe that has been approved by the family and the attorney. And we're asking that you guys support Adarian Murray to the best of your ability. These are some of the people here who have already given, okay, money. And I'm telling you, we have people all the way from Germany who have already pitched in. Any is plenty, as 2K would say. Any is plenty. This is the official Adarian Murray GoFundMe. He doesn't have, he can't go get a paid leave. He can't get a paid leave. What? He's got to live without those injuries, and that be reminded when he looks down, every time he looks down, that he was shot by someone who his granddad said he trusted. Listen, again, you guys are feeling the more effect. This thing is real. And for the days to come, you've already heard it's going to be on Good Morning America. I'm going to be watching. I will be watching, Lord willing, I will be watching. Good Morning America has more to come. This is not over, guys. When he said 48 hours, now he said Attorney Kim Merchant knows him. Been knowing him over 20 years. I don't know who is advising the city to not take this man seriously. OMG, this is not over. This is not over. People, when I tell you the story is still developing, it is. Because we don't even have the body cam footage. And that's what mainstream media are waiting on. They are waiting on that, right? We know that they have released some of the 911 call, but the people are really waiting for that body cam footage. And I'm going to say this. The world deserves to see it now. Look, with the 48-hour mandate, it would have been feasible to just show the attorney and the family. That would have been feasible. Let me tell you something. Ben Crump went up to Memphis, had a chance to interview him at the press conference earlier that day. They released that body cam footage after 5 o'clock. You know why? They said that they wanted people to have a full day's work and be able to get out of the city before the body cam footage was released. And his stepfather said, when you see that body cam footage, you're going to see why my baby ran for his life. But guess what? He still lost it. But the world got a chance to see what happened up in Memphis. And the world deserves to see what happened in Indianola, Mississippi. Don't come talking about now, just the mama gonna see and the daddy gonna see and the attorney gonna see. No, buddy. Oh, you had 48 hours to let that happen. You had 48 hours. Where they say, NBI was investigating, how can they let us see it? NBI should be done by now. Y'all got 10 days and counting. The 10 days started. Because mainstream media is coming up your street. That body cam footage has got to surface. The world deserves to see. Anytime you got the BBC covering that, that's big time. That's big news. India, Bangladesh, Russia, Canada, all of these different. Oh, baby, no. You don't get to hold that body cam footage. You don't get to hold that. I don't know who's advising you all. I don't know. Maybe Kim Merchant resigned between that time and this. Maybe she resigned. I don't know who's advising you guys, but that body cam footage belongs to the world now. Ben Crump, you look. Y'all don't want to play with this body cam footage. I'm telling you, we gonna show it to the and we not gonna. Oh, baby. The world deserves to see that body cam footage. The world. You have 48 hours to get it right. And Attorney Carlos Moore said, I said 48 hours. I did not stutter. I believed him. Me? I believed him. But guess what's suffering now? Your business district is suffering. Your business district is suffering. They're suffering. I don't know who's advising you guys. And I'm told that a couple of the aldermen live right there in that business district area, in that vicinity. They're not complaining. They're not complaining. Because if they're complaining, it never crossed my desk. I'm trying to understand why there are no complaints or votes moving forward. Because this district, business district, it's going to affect the revenue like the comment said. That's going to affect the revenue. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. Greg Capers, he prides himself on having body cam footage on because he did in the Franklin case. Oh, he said he goes in with his body cam. And they got it because the strong allegations crossed the Mike magazine. They're saying that when they watched the tape, okay, they told Greg Capers, you done messed up this time. Don't know what that means. And again, these are some strong allegations. And not only that, they said when he watched it, say he went to slinging stuff all in the room, just throwing stuff, slinging stuff. Strong allegations. I don't know how true it is. But what we do know is he's on paid leave. I dare not say the alderman, the board awarded him for shooting that baby. I won't say that. Attorney Carlos Moore said it's more like a vacation, paid vacation. What say you? Do you think taxpayers should be paying this man? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, mark my word. The chief may get the opportunity to resign. I don't think they are going to fire him. I don't think they're going to fire him. But according to Attorney Carlos Moore, the chief allowed Capers to run wild, is what he said. Well, guys, on that note, I wanted to play something for you guys. Give me just a second. I'm going to play Lil Baby Murder.
The 11-year-old boy in Mississippi who was shot in the chest. The 11-year-old boy in Mississippi who was shot in the chest by a police officer after he called 911 for help. Tonight, Adarian Murray describing the moment police told him to come out with his hands up. His family wanting to know why the officer then opened fire. Here's ABC's DeMarco Morgan.
It's been barely a week since 11-year-old Adarian Murray was shot in the chest inside his own home by Mississippi police responding to a call for help.
I ran across the corner and then I just got shot.
How did you come out of the room?
I came out doing this.
What did it feel like?
It feel like a taser, like a big punch to the chest.
Adarian himself calling 911 when he awoke to fighting at 4 in the morning last week. His mother's ex-boyfriend, who she says had been violent previously, showing up at the family's home. The officer who ultimately fired his gun showing up not long after.
Once he was like, come out with your hands up, at that moment is when my son came out.
Why that officer pulled his trigger remains unclear, and city police are not commenting.
He was like, I don't want to die. That's what he was saying. While I was on the ground, I said, you're not gonna die, baby. You're not gonna die, just keep talking.
Adarian treated in the ICU for collapsed lung and a cut on his liver, lucky to be alive.
Well, tonight, Adarian is in good spirits but says he sometimes has trouble breathing. His mother telling me she wants that officer that shot her son charged. He remains on paid leave. Whit?
DeMarco Morgan for us. Thank you. And DeMarco will have much more of his interview with 11-year-old Adarian Murray tomorrow morning on Good Morning America and then later on GMA3.
When I tell you, the mother had already established that no bodily harm had been caused by her other child's father. She said no bodily harm. Check this out now. In the first press conference, if you guys were paying attention from the beginning, at the first presser, she said that her other child's father never caused bodily harm. The only person who caused harm that time of mourning was Greg Capers. She'd already established it. So here we go with Attorney Carlos Moore coming on the scene. And Indianola had 48 hours, but check this out. When Black folks are requesting the smoke, in my mind, this is what Attorney Carlos Moore does. He said, I got time today. If anybody got time, Attorney Carlos Moore. And on that note, guys, hey, just remember, Indianola at night looks like this.
It was a white mayor, if I recall correctly. Wasn't it a white guy?
Rosenthal.
The white man did the right. That's the amazing thing. In 2023, I'm sitting here, it just hit me. A white mayor in a majority black city did the right thing and fired the white officer immediately, on the spot, upon demand, because what he did was excessive force. You have this black-skinned mayor who's refusing to do the right thing, and those majority black aldermen. That stinks to high heaven. Our skin folk are not your kinfolk.
Right.
I said, our skin folk are not your kinfolk.
He just got here. He hasn't been here,
I wish the other one came back. He might do the right thing.
I mean, how long he just got here? That don't mean nothing about him just got here. He got a job to do.
He just needs to go.
He got a job to do.
I joined the family. I want the mayor to resign. The grandfather said he wants the mayor to resign. If the mother wants the family want the mayor to resign, I want to resign too.
People, the world is now witnessing the Moore effect. That's the Mike Magazine quote. If I Got Time Today was a person, it's definitely Attorney Carlos Moore. It is definitely Attorney Carlos Moore. Don't forget, any is plenty, as 2K would say. Any is plenty. Please feel free. Whatever you can give, it helps. And this is a public page. You can go and see how much is being donated. You don't have to feel embarrassed for giving $5, $2, $10. Any is plenty. I promise you, you won't be judged. This baby needs all the help that he can get right now. He needs all the help that he can get. Look at mom. She said, your best cop shot my baby. Your best cop. Your best cop shot my baby. And there's the chief. Everybody's asking where he's at. There he is. There's your chief. Chief Ronald Sampson. Your best cop shot her baby. And we want the body cam footage. We want the body cam footage. That's all we want.
Tress's Boutique coming through with long flowing locks and luscious lashes. Whip your hair back and forth with bundles on top of bundles. Don't forget the lashes. You want to be cute, boo? You already know what to do. Hit Tress's Boutique up on social media. And remember, everything is well with Maya Wells.
The UPS store can help your small business with more ings than you realize. Shipping, packing, and boxing save you time for creating. Returning, printing, and shredding free you up to focus on designing. And notarizing, mailing, and mailboxing let you do more inspiring. For any ing you need, visit a convenient location near you and get back to playing. Every ing for small business, all in one place. The UPS store. Our certified packing experts make returns easy. Stop in today and we'll handle the rest.
Visit your local UPS store at 1831 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 125 in Greenville, close to Walmart.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
What you're doing right now and download the G Wood Live app. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. I'll say it again. It's absolutely free. It's your way to stay connected and stay involved in the community. Download the G Wood Live app on your Apple or your Google Play. Stay connected, stay positive, stay involved. Download the G Wood Live app today.
You know that Ace is the place, but did you know that LaFleur Ace Hardware in Greenwood is also the place for all your building supply needs? Lumber, insulation, sheetrock, roofing, windows, doors, lighting, and more. You can get it all at LaFleur Ace Hardware. We've remodeled the store from front to back to include a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. Let our friendly staff assist you with your farm, ag, hardware, lawn and garden, and building supply needs. LaFleur Ace Hardware, 318 West Park Avenue. Locally owned and
Have you or a loved one been locked up? Then there's no need to worry. Pew Bail Bonding is available 24/7. Call licensed bail agent Angela Simpson today, 662-207-2077. And remember, if the law mess with you, Angie Simpson will come get ya, 662-207-2077. Where you at barbecue in the new location, 152 North Harvey Street in Greenville. Where you at? You gon' eat, I'm gon' eat, we gon' eat. Pull up and have a sit down at our new location, 152 North Harvey Street in the city of Greenville. Same smiling faces, same good old great taste. Just come on down Sunday afternoon. Bring your entire family to eat with us. Where you at? Barbecue.
Where you at, barbecue, baby? Woo!
Powers Inc. and Project Exodus, pushing the project forward. We offer personal hygiene products, household products, and natural and holistic products. The list also includes soap, deodorant, oils, paper towels, incense, and more. Ask how to save with our Power Pack. Never run out of power. Order today and we do deliver. 662-577-1258. That's Powers Inc. and Project Exodus.
Hello guys, I'm Janie. Welcome to Bare Hands, Bare Souls Massage.
Bare Hands, Bare Souls Massage, located in Greenville, offering Swedish, hot stone, deep tissue, and prenatal massage. Janie is a licensed massage therapist who has 11 years experience in massage therapy. Make it your business to book an appointment to allow Janie to help heal your body.
Don't forget to come see me.
Call today, 662-702-3301. Scan the QR code to book your appointment today. For quality chiropractic care, take the Highway. Highway to Health is there to help you with those unexpected injuries. Your body has a way of telling you that something is wrong. At Highway to Health, we've got your back. Listen to your body. Call today at Highway to Health Chiropractic Center, 601-709-3769.
Two guys. Both guys drove to work. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. Both guys drove home from work. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. One guy didn't.
It was a white mayor, if I recall correctly. But the white guy
Rosenthal.
The white man did the right. That's the amazing thing. In 2023, I'm sitting here, it just hit me. A white mayor in a majority black city did the right thing and fired the white officer immediately, on the spot, upon demand, because what he did was excessive force. You have this black-skinned mayor who's refusing to do the right thing, and those majority black aldermen. That stinks to high heaven. Our skin folk are not your kinfolk. Right. I said, our skin folk are not your kinfolk.
He just got here. He hasn't been here.
I wish the other one came back. He might do the right thing.
I mean, how long he just got here? That don't mean nothing about him just got here. He got a job to do.
He just needs to go.
He got a job to do.
I joined the family. I want the mayor to resign. The grandfather said he wants the mayor to resign. If the mother wants the mayor to resign, I want to resign too.
The Moore Effect.